notice, the meetings are set for 6 o'clock. Is that a permanent?
Your notification for the next 3 meetings, September, October, November.
Okay, they had been at 6:30, but everybody's been notified they're at 6 o'clock, so.
Proper notification via the mailings of the newsletter that went out. I believe it was actually 7. So the thought was, yeah, that's 6. Might allow people to still find themselves at home with their family before dark.
Yeah.
I have a request, obviously after these next meetings that everybody got their notification, if we could possibly change the date to Wednesdays.
Now, the one thing I'm going to mention is that to change it, we do have to re-mail whatever being tied in with a postcard or something.
I'm saying after the ones where
Well,
I have
Or
started.
after the ones that are established? Yeah, well, we can bring that up at those meetings. Get that. Get proper notification.
Usually. Paul,
Yeah.
just a motion of acceptance of the notification for those meetings. Just so it's all nice and neat,
Okay.
ratified.
All right, yeah, I would make a motion that we accept the meeting dates and times as set.
And the second?
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, and then we have resignation of our vice president. And Bill needs to make an acceptance of that notification.
I make a motion that we accept her resignation.
I will second that. Any discussion?
Any discussion from any member? I'm sorry? Andrea Sills, Vice President.
Andrea, I'd like to thank you for your time on the board. And we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
You're not, okay.
Okay. The reserve study. Come on, Wendy, it's your turn.
It's a
Well,
good thing.
luckily, the reserve study is, it's come about that time that we should definitely look into, getting another one done or updating the current reserve study that we have. With this, there's a couple of proposals just for you guys to look over, nothing to make a decision on today, just something we can discuss next month in September.
Does anybody have questions for us? Why the reserve study or what it does or?
Okay. Collection company discussion. Alex, you seem to have a pretty good handle on collections. You want to take us through that?
Actually, that's you. Listen to me.
It's accounts receivable, the collection services. This is for your review. a little due diligence prior to the September meeting. Make sure that you guys have everything. Any questions that you have, please just throw them at us as well. It basically outlines what current residents would receive. The idea is that we take the possibility of a revenue stream that's created for management, and we kind of get rid of it, and we take it to a collection agency that's able to report on credit reports and be a bit more aggressive. And the great concept behind this is that you're not just paying monies out for collecting, you're actually saying no money up front, and if you collect something, you can have a percentage of that. And I think this is a good idea to be reviewed by the board. I think that we're all aware of where Signal Butte Ranch has been over the last few years concerning collections and what's been yielded from that expense. So the idea of setting some performance stipulations, I think, is a healthy thing. So again, for your review, a collection agency that we think is a good idea, a viable choice, and more discussion in September.
Thank you, Alex. Architectural Committee, my favorite. Okay, another resolution. At a duty called and noticed meeting of the Board of Directors on the 31st day of August 2011, the Board of Directors of Signal Butte Ranch Community Association resolved as follows. Whereas the association, in order is to establish a baseline and reform the Architectural Control Committee for Signal Butte Ranch, action is to relieve all current members of the Architectural Control Committee of their duties, and effective immediately, action is to appoint a three-person Architectural Control Committee consisting of Miles Schmidt, Sandy Carmen, and Rhonda Lesher, effective immediately. This resolution shall be included in the books and records of the association. I make a motion that we pass this resolution.
Right, second it?
Any discussion?
I think there should be more than 3 people on this board. If somebody's out of town, that's 2. Somebody denies, somebody says it's okay, then you don't have an answer. There should be at least 5 people, at least, not 3.
If we have an odd number, it's either gonna be approved or disapproved.
And this is just a baseline.
Yeah, we could add more people.
We can add more people to this, and really, in all honesty, would like to. These are the people we have volunteering for this position at this time. And I think it's better to have a committee than to not have one. We have not had one other than going through the board, and that is really not a legitimate way to conduct the architectural committee.
Please, any discussion concerning this resolution from the members of the association?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Now, what you just said should be worded in such a way to where it says that it's a minimum of 3 with the.
What this says is that's a baseline number. It's just a place for us to get started.
That's not what this says, though.
I think that's exactly what it says.
Paul, let me assist you.
Sure.
I appreciate the thoughts of the member and the board member. This was drafted by an attorney that reviewed your governing documents and felt that this stood up pretty well. So Augustus Shaw himself drafted this on behalf of the association.
This says 3 persons.
Right, that we're going to appoint a 3-person committee because 3 people are what we have right now. Our goal is to have a 5-person committee.
We can't put it on the shelf any longer.
Yeah, is something needs to happen with this. We've been operating outside the law.
Shouldn't that be stated in here though?
It does say a baseline. In order to establish a baseline.
That's the way I read it. Any further discussion? Oh, go ahead.
Can it be 3 residents that are volunteering, or does it have to be a board member plus some volunteers?
I believe that we need to have one board member on the committee.
As like the facilitator, so could it be the facilitator and then 3 volunteers?
The insurance requires that one member of each committee
Okay.
be a member. That way the actions of the committee are covered under your insurance policy.
Any further discussion? Okay. I would, at this time, call for the vote. All in favor? Aye.
I'm sorry? Jan, I apologize, was it a nay? or just-
Nay.
Nay.
And with no further discussion, 7:04, I call the meeting to close.
Or now that the meeting's over, how do we feel about the packets? You know, our goal, do you like them?
Yeah.
Lots of information?
Good.
Good, I'm glad.